Hey guys, what's up and welcome to the new way of my YouTube channel. We're going to be making comic videos, and this is the first comic video. It's all about Spider-Man. So excited, can't wait. Let's get right into this. So, start off his origins. Peter Parker, he's a young kid, 5 or 6, and his parents go on a plane trip. But then the plane crashes, just like that. It's gone. They're dead. Sadly. But he goes live with his Aunt May and his Uncle Ben. And it made him different. He was like a different person. He was sad, he was moaning, he always wears the glasses, and he was just so sad. But yeah. Okay, it's just really sad. But then let's fast forward a couple of years. He's in high school. Peter Parker, he's a nerd. He doesn't do much. He doesn't have any friends. He's not that popular. He's probably one of the teacher's favorite students. All of the teachers, because he's smart. He's always on time, never late, and he doesn't really talk that much in class. So he's the teacher's favorites, but not so much about the students. He gets bullied on a lot. Doesn't have many friends. It's really hard on him. But he gets through it somehow. And he loves going to, he's so smart. He loves going to to science places, like science expeditions and all that. And science lab and science openings. And one day, whatever, he goes to one as he always does. So he goes and he hears about this one detector testing out radioactivity in a lab, and they're going to shoot beams at each other and show the people. So of course Peter Parker goes to it. And he goes to it and he's observing, and then just a little tiny spider goes through it. And he goes through the radioactivity and it starts freaking out. Jumps his nearest thing it can, which is Peter Parker's hand. And of course the spider bites him because it got scared and it got all defensive. So Peter Parker got hurt, of course. So he ran out. He started feeling dizzy. So he ran out and he was just like, he said, "Oh, I have to go get some air." So he went out and got some air, and he just got some air. But he didn't realize where he was looking. So he walked on the road, he's like this, and he walked on the road. Then he had this little tingling sensation in his head, and then he just looked up and he looked like that, and there's a car, and he just jumped so far that he landed in a bunch of trash cans. So he got up, like, what the hell? As you would be. So he gets up and he just starts. So he puts his hand on the wall to get up from the trash can. But then when he goes like that, the hand is stuck to the wall. So then he puts his other hand on it, and then he put them up and then kept sticking. So then he put his feet up. They just started climbing up the roof. And then when he reached the top, there was a metal pipe. He went to go grab that, and then he crushed just like bang, the metal pipe. And yeah, and that's how Spider-Man was kind of born. He got these abilities. He felt more confident, fast. He found out he was fast. But a lot of people think Spider-Man can shoot webs from his wrists. He needs web shooters. But it's really cool. And also, this is the comic origins, so it changes in the movies a little bit, but we'll talk about that in a minute. And yeah, so he starts practicing with his abilities, seeing how fast he is, seeing how strength. And then he sees his flyer up in New York, in Queens, because that's where he lives. And it's this guy called Davis Hogan. If you can survive in the ring with him, you win $100. So he's like, so Peter's like, finally something I can use my strength and speed for. So he goes up to it, but just in case he wins the fight, and people won't see his identity with his powers, he puts on a mask, a little cotton mask, a little blue, a little red, and then cotton eye mask, and there's a red jumper and blue. So he's going to go there, and he signs up, he gets in the ring with him, and the Devin Hogan laughs at him because he sees how skinny he is and all that, and he's like, and then he says, I'm gonna make this as least painful as possible. And then he's like, and then Pierce is like, okay, let's see what you got. So Hogan goes to throw a punch, and then Peter just jumps up, and he just like bang in the head, and then Hogan's just like, what the hell? And he goes to punch him, and then he just dodges and kicks him into the fence. So he has no chance at all, and he gets knocked out. And of course, he wins you $100. And as soon as this happens, this producer came up to him and said, "Hey kid, you want your own TV show?" And of course, he's like, "Yes, obviously, I would love one." And then he goes, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited! Can't wait to do this." So he goes home. He goes back in, and he thinks, I have to do something about. I can't just go in this suit. So he starts thinking of, I have the powers of like a spider, kind of like a spider. I'm as fast, I'm as strong. I can hop on walls like one. So I'll call myself Spider-Man. That's where the name came from. And then Peter spends days and days trying to improve, and then he gets this idea of web shooters. And so he works on that for days. Then it's ready. Then he's like, I need a better suit. So he makes the classic Spider-Man suit. And the day finally arrives. He goes to do his TV thing. So there's audience. And he gets in and he says, "Ready? Are you ready for this?" And he starts hopping around, shooting webs and like jumping up everywhere, lifting heavy stuff. And then, he wins. And like everyone's just shocked. So he's like, of course he gets overwhelmed. So he walks out and he's like, okay, I'm going to think about this. He's out there thinking. Robert runs by and there's a policeman chasing him. Stop him! Stop! Please stop him! And then Peter just like looks at him and just lets him walk off. And then the police is like, "You have stopped him easily. What are you doing?" And he's just like, "It's not my job." So he goes back to his house and he sees police everywhere in his house. So he goes and he goes in and he asks, the policeman says, "Kid, there's Ben Parker. Isn't he your uncle?" And he's like, and Peter's like, "Yeah, what happened?" "Kid, you got shot. A burglar ran into your house and your Uncle Ben startled him and then was shot." Peter's just like, no, why? So he puts on his new suit, and apparently the police had the burglar cornered in this like building. So as Peter being Spider-Man, he scrambled up the wall of the building and he came in through a window. And he just burst through the window and he just came in and he got the guy, and it was the guy the policeman was chasing when he left the TV thing. It was the guy the policeman told him to stop. And he's just like, if I stopped him, Uncle Ben would have been fine. So then he beats him up, knocks him out, webs him against it, and he swears from that day forward to do good with his abilities. And that's how he became Spider-Man. Now, about the movie origins, they're way different. So he just goes to a lab. He goes to in Spider-Man 1 to 3, he goes to this lab and he gets bit by a spider that escaped from the capsule thing. And he was taking a picture of Mary Jane. And then Amazing Spider-Man, kind of the same thing, but he accidentally goes into a room full of radioactive spiders and he gets bit in the back of his neck. So it's quite eventful. And then, so now, let's talk about different versions of Spider-Man throughout the Spider-Verse. So let's get right into this. So you have Peter B. Parker, the OG, the original from 316, where all the other Spider-Mans are based on. Miles Morales, the actual first Black Spider-Man. He is a kid from Brooklyn that gets bit by a spider, and this is in the Ultimate Universe. In this universe, Spider-Man is dead, and he becomes the next Spider-Man. His suit is red and black, and it has it's probably one of my favorite suits. I love it so much. And his father's a cop, and it's quite odd And then the third main Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen is a feat. Instead of Peter Parker getting bit, it was Gwen Stacy that got bit. She got bit by the radioactive spider, and she became Spider-Gwen. She wears a white suit that goes up. It has a hood, and then the rest is black and red. She's quite iconic. The three of them are like the main. And then you have the rest, such as... So who else do you have? Oh, sorry. I was getting a little bit confused. And you have Spider-Man Noir. That actually is Peter Parker. But it's him based in, like, New York in, like, a long time ago. So he sounds like this. I'm walking here. What are you doing? And then... So, yeah. And he sounds old, but he's not old. Like, he just sounds, like, old-fashioned. Like, he wears a full black suit with little white goggles and a hat and a trench coat and a little suit thing. And he actually uses guns sometimes. And then you have Spider-Ham, which is from the animal Marvelverse. So he's basically Peter Porker, pig. That is Spider-Man. He can swing and do all the things a normal Spider-Man can. It just looks like a pig version of the OG suit. And then you have Mayday Parker, I think. I'm not sure. So she's like the great granddaughter of Peter Parker. In her universe, he didn't become Spider-Man. There's like a big massive robot that you get to control. And when her father died, she had to control it. So she goes and she does that. And she learned, and like she controls it. And it's just a really cool story. And then I'm going to do one more. Then you have Spider-Man 2099. He has this, it's so cool. It's like an electric blue suit. And it's a big massive red spider going down. And he has these little claw things. He's from the 2099. He was really good friends with Peter Parker. But then Peter Parker died. So he became Spider-Man. And there's a bunch of 2099 videos. There's a bunch of 2099 heroes. And if you guys want me to do a video on 2099, comment down in the comment section or like. If we can hit 3 likes, that'd be amazing. Okay, now this is the end of the video. Hope you like. Please like and please subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.